welcome back to Cooking Time with Johnny. Are you guys ready for a Staplepoint in the South? That's right, the best comfort food. Alright guys, welcome back. So we're going to start off by cutting up your chicken here. Let's get it thinly sliced. You go ahead and cut it about a 1/2 inch thick on all sides. Turn your chicken around. Go ahead and cube it up now. Just slice it off. As you can see, I'm doing it here. The point is just to go ahead and get it cubed up, roughly about a 1-inch cube. That way there it's all even. It's going to cook pretty well. Sometimes you may have to go back in and re-slice a couple of the bigger chunks. That's okay, don't worry. As long as you are getting it sliced down decent enough to a 1-inch cube, so you're just looking to get it so it's cooking even. So once you get your slices all cut up, we're going to go ahead and slide your chicken off to the side. So then guys, you're going to get your next piece of chicken. Go ahead and start cutting it up. You're just going to go ahead and repeat the steps. So give me a second while I fast forward through this so you don't have to sit here and watch me cut up 3 pieces of chicken. Alright guys, so now you're going to go ahead and get yourself a bowl. Transfer your chicken into that bowl. Just make sure you get all the pieces. Any fat you can discard. Now add some salt, sprinkle it around. Next, you're going to go ahead and come in with some freshly ground black pepper. Get that all over your chicken. Now go ahead and get your hands all in there. Stir up your chicken. What you're trying to accomplish here is just coat the chicken with as much salt and pepper as possible. Next, we're going to go ahead and add in some more salt. Just get a little more salt for some flavor. Then we're going to hit it with some more pepper. Get that pepper all over the chicken. And then just like the previous step, go ahead and start mixing your chicken all up. Alrighty, once you get your chicken put in the bowl and salted and peppered, you're going to come in here. Go ahead and slice you up an onion. I like to go ahead and cut against the grain. Makes it easier when it's thin sliced like this to go ahead and dice your onion. That's just a little tip I have. You'll see I cut the clip short there because I caught my finger. Therefore, I put the glove on. Proceed to go ahead and cut up some garlic. This would be the spot where you would go ahead and cut up some carrots, but unfortunately I forgot to buy some. Luckily I had some frozen carrots in the fridge, so I just slapped them into a bowl. Heat up your pan, medium-high heat. Go ahead and get you some oil in there. I'd say about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now what you're going to want to do is go ahead and stir all the chicken. Just let that cook. It shouldn't take too long beyond medium-high. Now you're going to want to go ahead and transfer your chicken into a glass bowl. Once you got all your chicken out of the bowl, you're going to see these fatty juices. Let that render down and cook. To that, you're going to add 1 cup of onion. Stir that in there really good. Keep stirring it. Make sure you mix it all up. Next, you're going to come in with 1 cup of carrots. Here you see I'm putting in the frozen carrots. I prefer fresh carrots, but frozen carrots do just as well. Go ahead and stir these all up. Mix them in, incorporate them really good. All this time you should hear a sizzle as this is going on. Just keep stirring them, get it done. Then you're gonna come in here, add some garlic that's freshly cut. Gonna go ahead, pour that all in there, get it in there, start stirring it. Stir it real good, incorporate it all up, still maintaining a sizzle. That's what you wanna hear. All right, once you get that in there, you're gonna come in with 5 tablespoons of butter. Go ahead and stir that all together, making sure you let it get good and mixed in. Now you're gonna go ahead and let that butter melt just for a few. Come on in with some flour. That is 6 tablespoons of flour that we just used. Go ahead and stir it up. Make sure you incorporate it. Anybody know what this is called? This is called making a roux. Yes, it looks like there is a lot of flour, but you got to remember we are coming in with our liquids next. The ultimate goal here is to just go ahead and get it really mixed in, as you can see right here. Now we're going to come in, add our chicken next, and then once we add the chicken, we're going to continue to stir it, mixing in all of that roux in with the chicken. It's going to coat it. It's going to give each piece of this soup the most delicious flavor. Once you have that all stirred in, go ahead and come in with your homemade chicken broth. This is going to be 6 cups. This is the first 2 cups here. I will add the rest in behind the scenes. Alright, once you got that poured in, you're going to go ahead and give that a good stirring long enough to get all that flavor inside. Next, you're gonna come in with 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. I think I had a little bit more here. Then you're gonna come in with a 1/2 teaspoon of thyme. Next, we're gonna come in with a 1/2 teaspoon of sage, followed by a 1/2 teaspoon of coriander. Then we're gonna come in, add some black pepper, roughly a 1/2 teaspoon, followed by a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Once you got that all in there, go ahead and give it a good mix. Look at that. Those seasonings that we just put in there, that would be what I would consider to be like a poultry seasoning or a poultry rub. If you don't have any poultry seasoning, those 4 simple ingredients are what makes up a poultry seasoning. Go ahead and mix it all in, incorporate it really well. We are going to be coming in with 2 bay leaves here. I like to put them in, but you know what? That's right. Let's add 1 more. That's really going to up the ante. Go ahead and put your cover on and let that simmer for about 15 minutes. Now we're going to go ahead and come in here. We have 2 cups of flour. We are adding 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, followed by a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Go ahead and get that all mixed in really good. Now we're going to be coming in with 1 1/3 cup heavy whipping cream. Pour that in there, get it all in there. This is the beginning of our dumplings. Go ahead and stir this around, keep stirring it. It's gonna get thicker as you stir. As you can see, it is already getting quite thick. At some point here, you are going to have to give up with the spoon, and that's coming right now. Once you get this consistency, go ahead, get your hands dirty. Go ahead, grab it, mix it up really well. It's pretty sticky, but you know what? It's gonna be worth it. This is a delicious dumpling. Get it in there, pat it around, roll it around to a ball. You're gonna wanna fold this over on itself here, as you will see me doing right now. Once you get that folded over a couple times, pat it down, and you're pretty much good to go. Now you're gonna wanna come in, stir this really good. Look how beautiful that is. All them seasonings are sitting on the top. You're gonna mix them in, take yourself a taste, and oh my goodness, it is perfect. Put the lid back on. Now, we are gonna take this dumpling dough, take a tablespoon, cut you off a piece of this dough, as you can see me doing right here, roll it around in your hand to form the perfect dumpling size. Once you get that about the size you see here, lower it in with your spoon. I'll do it again. Get you a spoonful, rub it around, get that in there, mix it, form your shape, and put it back on the spoon and lower it into your dumplings. Pretty simple, not hard to do, guys. You got this. Alright, once you got them all in there, you're gonna use a spoon and just separate these out, space them out. Once you do that, you're gonna go ahead and wanna taste it, as you can see me doing right here. Once you taste test it, perfect. Go ahead, put the lid back on, simmer for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, look at those dumplings. Take the chance to add you in some peas. You can do it earlier. I like to do it later, as you can see me doing right here. I'm just gonna push them down in there. Actually, I'm gonna come back in here with some more peas, as you can see me doing right here. Once I get these spread out, I'm gonna go ahead and push them down in there a little bit. My kids don't like them too mushy. I think by putting them in later allows them to be cooked just perfect, not too mushy. They're just like the perfect pea in a chicken and dumpling. Give you a taste here. As you can see, I'm trying to get the carrot. Voila, I love it. Put your lid back on and simmer for a few more minutes. After a few more minutes, take a look at that. Oh my God, guys. Go ahead, look at them dumplings. They are perfect, they're ready. What you see me doing here is just spacing them out, breaking them out, so it's a little easier to serve with. You're gonna wanna make sure you taste it and add anything you see fit, but I think it is perfect, absolutely perfect. Get you a ladle, scoop it out. Oh my God, look at that, guys. That is right, you have just made yourself the perfect Southern chicken and dumplings. Yeah, wait, give me my plate back. Oh well, thank you for watching, guys.